Man, these two guys, obviously we've seen all these surfers early on this morning competing in the round of 24. And Wiggolly Dantas, a lot of talk about him through the course of the event. The experience really coming through strongly in the Brazilian surfing. The second turn, I think, was one of his best. And, again, seeing this oncoming section here, looking to finish off strong. It kind of felt like Jorgann was almost holding back. I think almost like a home away from home kind of feeling for Jorgann.
Yeah, it's a good point you make. Wiggolly Dantas up and riding here. Expect his backhand to be doing the majority of the work in this one. It's a bit of a powerhouse, and it's what's got him those high scores you made reference to, Jared. I think he had a couple of sevens in his last round where he took out Marco Fernandez and Baron Mamiya in that one. The previous round also getting some sevens, and then we cast our mind back 3 or 4 days to that round of 96. I sort of follow these different patterns around, so from particularly the South American guys, only really starting their campaigns now. And speaking of starting their campaign, Jorgann Couzinet, surfing like that is going to make his campaign caught up in how to dissect what I just saw. Wiggolly Dantas, expect a vertical hit here. Just a little fin drift up there. It's a little weird at the moment. It's got some wobbles, but managed to find a corner there, and that's a better jam. A little float to mix things up. And you know what that is right there? That's Wiggolly going, hey, I could do just 3 big backhand hooks in those sections. I've got to mix it up. I know that variety is something the judges are looking for today.
He seems quite a smaller frame guy, super light. I think he's like in at about 65 kgs. As we see Jorgann racing down this one, Scotty.
Well, this is a fellow Frenchman. He's looking down the line, really bumpy, holds his rail well, kicks that one. Can he finish this one off? A little bit of a softer turn there.
Multiple peaks, like you say, right?
Yep. Just a little high road, low road indecision. So Jorgann just trying to navigate this sort of low tide
ledge where we have the festivals and the music and things like that going. And I'll pick it up in just a minute because Jorgann here takes to the air, rotates it up and around. So maybe a little smaller route, sort of boosting section there. I'm not quite sure if he's, going to really shoot the lights out with that wave, but we'll wait to see what the judges think.
A little bit too funky, like a little bit too strong actually, and then the tide started to transition, making all these weird boils and rips, so it got really hard to actually do airs, but I'm stoked to get through that one.
It's great news. You were in the finals here last year, starting to think about taking a step up? Definitely.
There's only one more step up.
We see Wiggolly's last ride coming in at a 4.47. It's a throwaway score for him, and it's higher than Jorgann's highest counting ride. So Jorgann really needs to get going in the set. He's up and riding now, Scotty.
Well, this is a better open face turn to start with. Lovely little lip line hit there. Gets a little caught up, sticking with this one. And you can see it's just so hard. What do you do? It's kind of soft, too soft to be able to go into a vertical lip climb. So we see Wiggolly Dantas squaring up. He's able to find some corners there, and you can just see the toes digging into the wax, but not able to get that board back underfoot. So he'll go down on this one. Might be a little paddle battle to backline, as you guys call it here in South Africa. I love that term.
Definitely pushed in a lot more sand up at the rock point. A lot of the surfers have drifted closer to what we're more familiar with, as Jorgann's going to drop in on a pretty good-looking right-hander here.
It's a lovely oversized wave, this one, overhead. Gets up into the foam on that one. This is a better one, starting to do some work. He's got to make good on it, though. Yeah. And make good he does, and you can see he's happy with it. The Frenchman showing his passion there.
Of the takeoff, real horizontal, heaps of speed. And this one just really, cautious again not to over-rotate too much on the first turn. The second turn, I think, was one of his best. And, again, seeing this oncoming section here, looking to finish off strong. It kind of felt like Jorgann was almost holding back, maybe only surfing that wave at about 80%, 90%, just being real sure about nailing each of those turns.
He's probably just going to use a rip and do a little run around here. Wiggolly Dantas again up on his backhand, but he can see that one's coming towards him. So what happened on that last one with Jorgann? He was able to find a section, veered surfer, or, definitely one everyone has posters of, but he's always on the best waves. Jorgann Couzinet under priority. Just replicating what he was doing at the start of the heat. He's going to want to try and not do that, because what that does, it throws your rhythm off. You think of, I know where I come from, people go to surf events because they're interested in surfing. There's a lot of people who are not sure.
They don't know anything.
Yeah, Wiggolly Dantas backhand here. Lovely squared up hit. So much speed to burn, it seems. Always Wiggolly, always right on the back of that tail. And a lovely fast knifing turn to close that one off. So 2-turn combo, 5.33 the low. You be the judge at home. Will he eclipse that? Yes or no? Sorry, 5.83 the low. So he's looking for only a 6.12 to the wall here. A position Wiggolly hasn't really been in. He's more accustomed to being in the lead. And Jorgann's just going to roll the dice. So he is going to execute priority for this one. So he's going to want to hope this is better than a 4.37 to make it worthwhile. And it's not. So the pendulum swings to Wiggolly Dantas, and the story does continue. And Jorgann's going to take a little victory lap here as he takes this out. You can see he is pumped to make it to those quarterfinals.
Wow.
Unfortunately, Wiggolly will be bowing out, and you can see how much that means to the Frenchman. Well, we might recompose ourselves, take a quick break. I might go down and see if I can't catch up with Jorgann and find out that question that you did pose. Stick with us, folks. We're tracking along. We're getting through to the pointy end. This is, of course, the Ballito Pro presented by O'Neill.